Hello guys, welcome to my first class on 18 ECE 44 Engineering Statistics and Linear Algebra. In this lecture video, we'll be discussing about module number 1, single random variables. The overview of this module is, we'll be learning what is random variable and types of random variables like discrete random variable and continuous random variable. Also, we'll be learning how to find probability mass function for discrete random variable, probability density function for continuous random variable, and also we'll be learning how to find cumulative distribution function for both continuous as well as discrete random variable. Along with this, we'll be learning how to find expectation, variance, and standard deviation for both continuous as well as discrete random variable. And also, we'll be learning characteristic function concept, function of single random variable, and the conditional random variables also. And finally, we'll be discussing the application exercise with some special distributions such as binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, uniform distribution, exponential distribution, Gaussian distribution, and Laplace distribution. So in this video, we'll be learning introduction to random variable and types of random variables only. Okay, now the question is, what is random variable? Before learning about random variable, we have to know about some basic concepts on probabilities. Now we will see that one. The first concept is random experiment. An experiment which gives different outcomes when it is performed repeatedly. So those kind of experiments will be called as an random experiment. Example, tossing a coin and throwing a die. So in tossing a coin experiment, the possible outcomes are what? Head or tail. Similarly, in throwing a die experiment also, the possible outcomes are either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, like that. So these kind of experiments will be called as a random experiment, and that particular experiment must have some outcomes. Next concept is event. An event is a part of an experiment which has outcome. So we'll be performing random experiment. So in that random experiment, a part of that particular experiment which have outcome will be called as an event. Example, in tossing a coin experiment, getting the outcomes like head or tail is an event. Similarly, in throwing a die experiment, getting the outcomes like 1, either 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 is an event. So from the pack of 52 cards, drawing any 2 cards is an experiment, but getting only the outcome like king and queen card is an event. So the event is nothing but getting outcome from the random experiment. The one more important concept is sample space. So now, like after performing random experiment, we'll be getting some possible event. So now grouping all these possible events in a single platform will be called as an sample space. So the set of all possible outcomes of a random experiment is called sample space, and it is denoted with the notation capital S. Okay, the elements of sample space are called sample points. Example, in tossing a coin twice, the possible outcomes will be what? Head head will be get head tail, tail head, tail tail. Then the sample space will be S is equal to head head, head tail, tail head, tail tail. So grouping all the possible outcomes of a random experiment in a single platform will be called as an sample space, and the particular outcomes will be called as an sample points. One most important concept is probability. The term probability is defined for its randomness and uncertainty mathematically. So for example, if m is a number of favorable cases of an event and n is a total number of outcomes of the same experiment, then the probability of happening of an event is denoted by P of E and is defined by P of E is equal to m by n is equal to number of favorable cases divided by total number of outcomes. So now we will see an example to how to find probability. In throwing a die once, the possible outcomes and sample space is S is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is a sample space we got in throwing a die experiment. So now the chance of getting odd number Okay, so in this sample space, the possibility of getting odd number is 1, 3, 5. So we have 3 favorable cases for us out of 6 outcomes. So that is given by number of favorable cases is 3 divided by total number of outcomes are 6. So it will be equal to 1 divided by 2. Now the actual concept is random variables. Okay, in a random experiment, if a real variable is associated with every outcome of a sample space, so then it is called random variable or stochastic variable. So in general way means I am going to link all the outcome of a random experiment for a particular variable. So that particular variable will be called as a random variable. Okay, the random variables are usually denoted by xyz, and the set of all real numbers of a particular random variable, say x, will be called as a range of x. For example, the random variable x having the values like 1, 2, 3, 4, then the range of x will be equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Example, if we toss a coin one time, the possible outcome will be what? Either it will be getting head or tail. Therefore, the sample space contain only 2 sample points, that is head or tail. So now I'm going to define a random variable. Like how I'll be defining means I'll be taking x is equal to 1 when means if the outcome is head. Similarly, I can put since I'm taking x is equal to 1 for head, obviously I should take the x is equal to 0 for the outcome tail, right? So this is a random variable what I'm defining now. X is equal to 1 when s is equal to h, and x is equal to 0 when s is equal to tail. So now the range of x will be start from the least one, that is 0, 1 is called the range of the random variable. Types of random variable. So in random variable, we'll be dealing with 2 types of random variable. One is discrete random variable and one more is continuous random variable. So now we will see one by one. Discrete random variable. The random variable x is a discrete random variable if x can take only finite number of values in any finite observation interval. So hence the discrete random variable has countable number of distinct values. So in general way means all the finite values can be considered as an discrete random variable cases. I mean if x having all the finite number of values, then we'll be calling those kind of random variable will be called as a discrete random variable. Example, tossing a coin and observing the outcome. So tossing a coin is very easy, will be having only few outcomes, so it can be countable. So this kind of experiment will be called as an discrete random variable case. Similarly, continuous random variable. If the random variable x takes only infinite number of values, or it may take only uncountable values, so those kind of random variable will be called as an continuous random variable. So in this case I'll be telling x is a continuous random variable since it is taking only infinite or countable values of the x. Example, the noise voltage generated by an electronic amplifier as a continuous amplitude because it is infinite always. So therefore sample space S of the noise voltage amplitude is continuous. A small note on discrete and continuous random variable. For discrete random variable, we need to use probability mass function only. The PMF will be calculated only in the case of discrete random variable, and the cumulative distribution function, will be calling it as CDF, of a discrete random variable is discontinuous function of its independent variable. One more condition is for continuous random variable, we need to use probability density function PDF. In some cases, the PDF can be used for discrete random variable also, but PMF is applicable only for discrete random variable. But PDF can applicable for both discrete as well as continuous. And the cumulative distribution function of a continuous random variable is a continuous function of its independent random variable in the continuous case. Next, cumulative distribution function, will be calling it as CDF. The cumulative distribution function CDF of a random variable capital X is the probability that a random variable X takes a value less than or equal to small x. That is fx of x is equal to px less than or equal to x. So here we have to note that always the PDF is denoted by small f and the CDF is denoted by capital F. This difference always we have to identify while solving the problems. Okay, properties of cumulative distribution function. Okay, as we define CDF, the formula for the CDF is given by fx of x is equal to p of x is less than or equal to x. So here we can say that this p of x is bounded between only 0 and 1. I mean, this p of x is always positive. I mean, the range of this CDF function fx of x, it is varies from 0 to 1. That is 0 less than or equal to fx of x less than or equal to 1. Second condition, fx of minus infinity is 0 and fx of plus infinity is 1. So here we have to note that this x is equal to minus infinity in the sense no possible event. For no possible event, we'll be taking x is equal to minus infinity, or x less than 0 will be considering. So hence always p of x less than or equal to minus infinity is 0. It implies that obviously CDF fx of minus infinity also 0. And at x is equal to plus infinity, in the sense p of x is less than or equal to plus infinity. That includes probability of all the possible events. So in this case, the value will be equal to 1. So hence we'll be getting fx of infinity is equal to 1. Third property and last property of CDF, that is fx of x1 will be less than or equal to fx of x2 if the random variable x1 is less than or equal to x2. Okay, in the next lecture video, we'll be discussing about discrete random variable and how to find PMF, how to find CDF in the case of discrete random variable, and few problems on discrete random variable. Thank you.